Hey Maggie, thank you for joining us. If you would just tell us a little bit about yourself, what sport you play, and yeah, just give us a little intro into you.
Yeah, my name is Maggie Salisbury. I'm a sophomore at Campbell and I play volleyball here.
Awesome. And so we're just talking about mental health a little bit and just how important it is, and especially being a student athlete, how similar is it between having a mental health and then also just being hurt like physically on the court?
Yeah, I would say it's exactly the same, which wouldn't uh a lot of people don't treat it the same. And I think that, having issues mentally is just the same as having issues physically. And just like, some people might need like certain treatments or something like that on their body to get through a game or get through a practice. It's just the same with your mind, and you might need therapy or medication to function normally and like do well in your sport and in your life. And I would say that's exactly the same, which is a stigma that needs to be broken.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody needs a doctor when they play, and mental
Right.
health is the same thing. It's a doctor.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a different kind. So yeah, I totally agree. Playing volleyball, being a student athlete, that definitely comes with a lot of mental strain. I know that too from
Mhm.
running track. And so just like your support system that you have and like your teammates, how does that really help your mental health throughout the day?
It's very nice. I live with two of my teammates, and so it's like I always have someone around that's looking out for me. And they're always kind of aware of how I'm doing, which is really nice. And like they kind of check in, so if they know I'm struggling or something like that. So I feel like I always have someone around me that's being supportive. And of course, all of our support staff for Campbell Volleyball are very like receptive to um like struggling with that stuff. And you can always let a coach know, hey, I'm having a really tough day, like, I maybe ease up on the feedback or something like that. Like I need a break. And they're really respectful of that. So my coaches also check on me a good amount.
That's awesome. That's awesome to have that support system and just being with your friends and people also like in your sport who know like what you're
Hmm.
going through. That helps so
Yeah.
much. So what would you say to somebody who maybe is struggling with their mental health, like on campus, and is looking for resources on and off campus? What would advice would you kind of give them?
Yeah, well, the first thing I would say is that it's so completely normal and it happens to so many more people than you would think. And I feel like everyone that has issues like myself, I've had a lot of struggles with depression and anxiety in my life. And I always feel like I'm the only one in the world that feels that way, but that's very far from the truth. And so, um, first, I would just say like so many people feel the same way, and you're never alone in that way. And I would encourage them to reach out to, we have campus counseling services that are free and accessible to students. And of course, there's external therapy and also psychiatry if, it's a chemical imbalance that medication could fix. Um, and really just encourage them to reach out to resources and like build a support system and, surround themselves with people that can keep checking on them and keep track a little bit. So they never feel too alone or slip through the cracks or anything like that.
Is there anything else like along the lines of mental health, just from your personal experiences, maybe from stuff that you've seen on campus that you just kind of want to speak out about to somebody who's listening and is struggling with mental health?
Um, I would say I just really want to be very forthcoming about my own experiences. And I've honestly my entire life struggled with depression and anxiety. And it's something like I've worked through, and especially with finding a medication that works for you, it can be kind of trial and error, and there might be certain like unexpected effects you might experience, or things like that. But you really just have to keep pushing and keep trying, and you will find like the right situation that works for you. And it took a little bit, but I found like exactly what I need to be successful in life. And um I've surrounded myself with like such a great group of girls on my team and like my roommates that are always looking out for me. And so even if like I were to have, I do have like bad days and hard times, and when I do, people notice and they are always looking out. So I would say the biggest thing is that remembering that you're never alone and relying on anyone around you.
Having that support system and those friends, and it sounds like you do have that around you, and that's so important that they can check on you, know what's going on,
Hmm.
and look after you. That's awesome. Well, thank you so, so much just for kind of speaking out and like breaking that stigma and telling everybody that this is totally normal. Everybody struggles with their mental health.
Hmm.
And also, like, I love you saying it takes some trial and error sometimes because some people might try something and it doesn't work. And then, they think that it's just not working, but it does take some effort. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you joining us. That is your mental health moment.